61 homes. That is the entire luxury of the housing market across the Pitt County, North Carolina right now. And every listing in that top 10% from $485,000 in the way up to $1.9 million.
And some of the ones that we're talking about in this area might never show up on my MLS till it's too late or a public search at all. So today we're going to talk about our Greenville and our Pitt County, North Carolina luxury market, what counts as luxury around here, the neighborhoods where the top 10% live, what typically goes on behind closed doors, how these homes look like, and I mean I can't tell you how the families live, but I can tell you what the houses look like and who's buying and selling at this different level.
If you're a physician, if you are executive relocators to, for example, ECU Health Medical District, or a professionals that are ready to move up to top tier in this housing market in Pitt County, North Carolina, or you are coming from Triangle area and you wanted to discover what is your budget buys 90 minutes east of the Raleigh, and you can own one of these top 10% that we were talking about.
So we pulled this video together based on the MLS numbers based this week. So it's not what guesses, it's actual market news. So let's define what luxury is. This way we're not just saying luxury in meaning certain, clothing. Luxury in real estate is not a round number that somebody made up. It's not something it's not California numbers. In real estate, luxury is defined as top 10% of the real estate market in the area. This is industry standard. So this is how we computed it, and this is how we look at it.
Exactly. Across the Pitt County, North Carolina, right at the time of this video, we have 602 active listings, and the top 10% that we were talking about really start from the price of $485,000.
So if you look at that way, then once you look at it, that is 61 homes that run all the way from 45 to 1.9 million, and 8 of those are actually at the 1 million or more. So that's why we're going to then break down luxury into 3 levels. The top 10% is where it begins. The top 5% is going to start around 575, and this is where that median luxury is. And what about that top?
And the top 2%, which is elite tier, that we should start at $785,000. That's where you find custom architectural estates on significant acreage of land.
But basically, we also need to warn you that because we're looking at the luxury market, luxury listings sit on the market on average 79 days. This is not a weakness. This is the nature of this business. There are fewer buyers, bigger decisions, and longer timelines. So patience and preparation win at this level. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later when we're talking about either buyer or sellers, but we can do both sides of the table.
Therefore, we talk about these top 3 tiers of the luxury, but really, where is the top 10% leave? So where you're looking at the beginning of the video, we said 61 homes at the time of the video are the luxury. The Greenville itself, part of the Pitt County, North Carolina, which is the center, holds 29 homes, from $485,000 to $1.9 million of top listing.
Now let's break up the other one. Winterville has 14. That's up to $785,000. Grimesland has 13. This one goes to $1.175 million. Ayden has 4, and Farmville has 1.
Exactly. Now, we wanted to a little bit focus on those communities because now you wanted to say, okay, I'm curious to know where are these luxury homes located. Therefore, if you're looking at it, for example, the first one that comes to the mind is Rocky Springs. This community is actually off the Highway 43 North, which is the west part of the Greenville, North Carolina, is widely regarded as one of the most prestigious address in Pitt County, North Carolina.
And estate homes on 3 to 5 acres, which is in this area. Some have over 10 acres, so you have your equine phase, long curved stone walls, white farm fences, a community pond, a clubhouse, of course the Rock Springs Center event center where people get married and there's proms all the time. And at the filming of this video, there were 2 listings in this community. One is 1.425 and one is 1.5 million. So 1.425 million, 1.55 million. And basically, why do people love it? Greenville, Rock County is just out of the city limit. So even though you are not paying city taxes and you are 5 minutes away from the medical center.
Exactly. The second one, which is very classic around our area, is Brook Valley. This is very classic, built with a private Brook Valley Club, country club. Now is under the McDonald Golf Network, which is a winding tree-lined street with the deep landscape lots. And 3 active listings we have at the current moment in Pitt County, North Carolina, or the Greenville, if you wanted to put it very accurate. And these 3 active listings listed from $525,000 to $768,000.
And then I want to talk about in Greenville, the last one we're going to talk about in Greenville is Ironwood, of course. And this is the 18-hole Lee Trevino designed championship golf course, again on North Carolina 943 and the Tar River. So there are custom executive homes along the fairways, and it's really something else people really care about.
Exactly. If you wanted to focus in Winterville, as we said, we have 14 luxury homes. And we can talk about Sterling Trace and Bedford, which is the upper tier of the suburban custom building in our area, and wooded 1 to 2 acres lot, mature landscaping, homes by elite local custom builders. And the other side is Sterling Trace, has 2 active, which is
Sterling Trace is the 1 to 2 acre lot.
Yes, with the 2 acres lot, which comes from $675 at the time, the one that they are active, to $785,000.
And another one to talk about is Bedford. Bedford goes from 45 to 535 and up, but at the filming, those are the 2 numbers that I saw. Again, you are in the middle of town with these areas, so same with Waterford, Cornerstone, they have 2 more. But again, you're off that Fire Tower Road, so you're looking at central location. What about Grimesland?
Grimesland is a nice story. We have one of the community that called Turnberry, which is leads the whole county in active luxury inventory with the 4 listings starting from $487,000 to $554,900.
Well, the other one is Autumn Lakes, and this one is the jewel, really. Custom lakefront living, private lots, the kind of low-density setting population that people really are looking for when you're talking about having an estate acreage. People often will say, well, this one looks beautiful. Now let's talk about what's behind the doors of these beautiful houses.
Exactly. What separates these homes, the luxury homes that we were talking, from the rest of the market? Isn't just the address, or is it the build that we were talking about? And what is the real story?
Well, often kitchens and kitchen is the heart of the home, right? And in luxury, they often have a lot of commercial grade stuff. Sub-zero refrigerators, freezer columns hidden behind custom cabinets, Thermador professional gas top stove, wall-mounted pot fillers, double convection ovens, countertops imported from Taj Mahal level quartzite.
And then you might have in the ultra luxury tier have 2 kitchen, basically, an open gathering kitchen up front and the separate catering kitchen in the back, which to keep it heavy cooking concealed. Plus, what you have, a butler's pantry with a wet bar and the wine storage.
Now, primary suites, where we all like to enjoy our spa-like love surroundings, primary suites have their own wings often. Walk-in steam showers, dual-head rain showers, freestanding soaking tubs, heated stone floors, custom dressing rooms with cabinetry for hardwood cabinetry.
Exactly. And many estates carry dual primary suite, one downstairs and one upstairs. And the systems are where the homes quietly earn their price. And the whole home automatic backup generator tied to underground gas lines.
Yes. Another one is fully encapsulated crawl spaces with commercial grade dehumidifiers protecting the framing, and also multi-zone climate control. Want to tell me a little bit outside?
The outside, the heated saltwater pool with the electric covers, detached pool houses with the full kitchen, stock ponds with observation deck, and deep well irrigation feeding professionally designed ground. On
one of my favorite estates that I've looked at on Lexington Drive had custom built timber frame barn designed by a designer, Clay Chapman. It had 4 stalls, a tack room, fully wired and plumbed in there, which you can also use a guest cottage or a private estate or for your horses.
Exactly. Now we wanted to answer also your question. Is it the new build is better or the established estate? And this is the decision that you need to make, but we're going to give you some facts about those.
Now, if you're looking at luxury, Greenville stock is going to start. Greenville luxury homes really are starting to be built in 1999. Winterville 2017, and Greenville was 2024. And this means that you have different luxury profiles.
Exactly. And if you want a turnkey, the newer customer built in Winterville and Greenville deliver current materials, current system, zero renovation runaway, and built by respected local custom builders like Pitt Construction Group, Frank McLaurin Construction, and Beeks Construction.
But if you want to buy an established estate, we're looking at Brook Valley, we're looking at Lindale, we're looking at Rock Spring Park. You're often buying character mature grounds at a lower price point, but then you have to make sure that you are keeping this beautiful house updated. So you might need to have that new kitchen, update that primary bathroom, or have that crawl space work, really bring it up to the modern standards. Neither is wrong. They're all beautiful homes. The question is, what are you looking to do? And are you willing to do you want to personalize it, or do you want to take something that's everybody wants, like new?
Exactly. Therefore, neither of them is really wrong, and the mistake is not really that. You need to sit with us and run the numbers and see how it works based on your need and your wants. And I
also want to quickly point out that the transactions work a little different. Again, not every luxury listing is ever going to make it to the public MLS. Some sell very quietly, and that's where those pocket listings everybody's complaining about can be. There is preparing a pre-market if that's the way you want to go, or if you are open to the portals, that is, relationships are there and as well. So portals do make us there. So we do have to talk about, because that is something that's happening, and that is something to have an individual conversation with you. Another thing, if you're from out of state, you need to know about that due diligence fee. We're talking about the due diligence fee buys you inspections. You can do every inspection, and you should do every inspection when you're buying luxury homes. Maybe you do need a structural engineer because this house has a lot of unique agricultural elements to it. Or you definitely have to talk about septic, well, soil testing, whatever you're trying to do. How will the systems work, or do they need special instructions? So it's not just pay a couple $100s and get a home inspection. It can be a little bit more when you're looking to buy luxury.
Exactly. Therefore, every dollar that you spend, especially for inspecting, is a leverage later, because it comes to really after that the negotiation. As we said, remember the luxury median days on the market at the moment for Pitt County, North Carolina is the 79 days.
Now, luxury owners, sellers are very patient. They understand this. When you're talking about $500,000 to most people, this is real money. Strategy here is about timing, discretion, and how the offers are being presented, knowing what concessions to pursue and which ones to release. So if you're a seller, you have to do the math in reverse. Your home has to be worthy of being in the top 10%, not just your wish list. It has to be presented with the standards of the tiers that people want in this market, and understand that some buyers are never going to be browsing those portals at all. But there is a difference between 79 days and 279 days.
Exactly. And what it means exactly for the
Now, again,
audience.
we told you at the beginning, 485,000 plus out of 61 homes, and really understanding what home you're looking at. Are you looking at entry luxury? Are you looking in the median tier? Or are you looking in that elite? Because some of those listings might never go. So we have to really be someone who is understanding what you're talking about, so we can make sure that you're finding what you're looking for. So the data is here, the buyers are here, but they're deliberate. They're looking for the right presentation that hits whatever they're wanting. So we have to make sure that your home hits the mark as well.
Exactly. We are Alan Victoria Pinder, Icon Agent with eXp Realty. We are here every week to provide you with the valued information that you can make a good decision for you and your loved one. And we want to ask you to go to the description below and book a calendar with us, that we are here to help you from start to finish. Either you are a home buyer or you are a home seller in the luxury market in Pitt County, North Carolina. Don't forget to subscribe in our channel and leave